Ollie, I have a question for you. Have you ever been in the middle of an English conversation and suddenly hit a wall?
Every single time. What kind of wall are we talking about?
The kind where you are speaking and then suddenly your brain just stops. The word you need is completely gone. The sentence falls apart. And you just...
Oh, that wall. Yes, I know that wall very personally. We have had many encounters.
Most English learners have three specific moments where real conversations break down. They freeze, they forget, or they give up completely.
And today we're going to fix all three. For good. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fluent Nest English, where speaking English feels natural and easy. I am Ollie.
And I am Emily. If you are new here, welcome to our channel. Please subscribe and share this episode with someone who struggles in real English conversations. This one is going to make a real difference.
A very real difference. Okay, Emily, let us start with the first breakdown moment. Freezing. Why does freezing happen in the middle of a conversation?
Freezing happens because real conversations move fast. There is no pause button, no time to check your grammar, no time to translate, and your brain panics under that time pressure.
Yes. In your head, you are calm and prepared. But the moment the conversation starts moving at full speed, your brain switches into panic mode.
And in panic mode, your language center actually reduces its output. Your brain is spending so much energy on the panic itself that there is not enough left for speaking.
So, the freeze is not a language failure. It is a panic response. And panic can be managed.
Exactly. So here is fix number 1 for freezing. We call it the conversation anchor system. You prepare 3 specific sentences before any English conversation that you know you can always fall back on.
3 anchor sentences. What kind of sentences?
Sentences that buy you time naturally. Like, that is a really interesting point. Let me think about that. Or, sorry, could you say that one more time? I want to make sure I understood correctly.
Oh, those are brilliant. Because they're completely natural. Nobody knows you're using them as rescue sentences.
Exactly. Native speakers use these phrases all the time. They are not signs of weakness. They are signs of good communication.
And while you're saying your anchor sentence, your brain has 5 extra seconds to calm down and find the words it needs.
Yes. 5 seconds of calm is all your brain needs to get back on track. The panic passes. The language returns. And the conversation continues.
5 seconds of calm. That is such a manageable target. What is fix number 2 for freezing?
Fix number 2 is called the speed reduction technique. And this one is used during the freeze moment itself.
What do you do exactly?
The moment you feel a freeze starting, you deliberately slow your speaking speed by 30%. You do not stop. You do not go silent. You just slow down noticeably.
Why does slowing down help in that moment?
Because speed and panic feed each other. The faster you speak, the more panicked you feel. The more panicked you feel, the more you freeze. But the moment you slow down, you send a calm signal to your brain that says there is no emergency here.
So slowing down physically interrupts the panic cycle.
Yes. And the beautiful side effect is that slower speaking sounds more thoughtful and more confident to the person you are talking to. So you actually sound better when you slow down, even though you feel more anxious.
That is such a counterintuitive and powerful insight. Slow down to feel less panicked and sound more confident at the same time.
2 benefits from one simple action. Now, let us talk about the second breakdown moment. Forgetting words.
Oh, this one is so painful. You're telling a story, and suddenly the word you need just completely disappears from your brain.
And then you either go silent or you say for 10 seconds while everyone waits awkwardly.
And yes. And the more you panic about the missing word, the more impossible it becomes to find it. Your brain locks up completely.
So here is fix number 3 specifically for forgetting words. We call it the description bypass method.
Description bypass. What is that?
Instead of stopping to search for the exact word you do not remember, you immediately describe what you mean using simpler words you do know.
So you go around the missing word instead of stopping for it.
Exactly. For example, if you forget the word umbrella, you simply say, the thing you hold above your head when it rains. And the person immediately understands you.
Oh, that is so simple but so effective. You never have to stop. You just find a different road to the same destination.
Yes. And here is the incredible thing. Native speakers do this all the time. They forget words too. The difference is they do not panic. They just describe and keep moving.
So fluency is not about always having the right word. Fluency is about never letting the missing word stop you.
That is exactly right. Write that down, everyone. Fluency is not about always having the right word. It is about never letting the missing word stop you.
That is going on my wall. What is fix number 4?
Fix number 4 is the word retrieval warm-up. And this is a daily practice that dramatically reduces how often you forget words during real conversations.
How does it work?
Every morning for 3 minutes, you describe random objects around you in English without stopping. You point at something and describe.
So you are practicing word retrieval under mild pressure every single day.
Yes. And what happens over time is your brain becomes much faster at finding words because it practices the retrieval process daily, like a muscle that gets stronger with regular exercise.
By the way, everyone, if you're finding this helpful, please like this video and subscribe to Fluent Nest English. And comment the word conversation below, because that is exactly what we are helping you master today.
Yes, write conversation in the comments. And for daily English conversation practice with zero pressure and zero judgment, check out Fluent Nest AI in the description. It is available any time of day or night, and it is the perfect space to practice everything we are talking about today.
Absolutely incredible tool. Now, Emily, let us talk about the third and final breakdown moment. Giving up.
Giving up is the most heartbreaking one, because it happens when someone has been trying so hard and they just hit a moment where it feels like too much.
Yes. The conversation gets too fast. The other person does not understand. You repeat yourself twice and they still look confused. And something inside you just shuts down.
And you switch to nodding and smiling even though you are completely lost. Or you physically leave the conversation.
That nod and smile. Every English learner knows that nod and smile.
The universal English learner survival move. But giving up in that moment costs you so much. Every time you give up, your brain records that as evidence that English conversations are too hard for you.
So giving up actually makes the next conversation harder because your brain now has more evidence that English is overwhelming.
Exactly. So fix number 5 is called the graceful recovery phrase system. And it is specifically designed for the moments when you are about to give up.
What are these phrases?
When someone does not understand you, instead of giving up, you say, "Let me try to explain that differently." And then you use simpler words.
Let me try to explain that differently. That is such a confident phrase. It shows you are committed to communicating.
Yes. Or when the conversation is moving too fast, you say, "I am still working on my English, so I appreciate your patience." Most people immediately slow down and become more supportive.
That is so honest and so disarming. People respond to honesty with kindness almost every time.
They really do. And the final phrase for when you genuinely did not understand something is, "I want to make sure I follow you completely. Could you give me an example?"
Could you give me an example? That is genius. Instead of admitting you did not understand, you're asking for more information. And the example usually makes everything clear.
Yes. And it sounds like you are engaged and curious rather than lost and confused, even though inside you might be both.
These phrases are life-saving. What is the final fix? Fix number 6.
Fix number 6 is the conversation recovery mindset. And this is about what happens after a conversation goes badly.
After a bad conversation, what do most people do?
Most people replay the whole conversation in their head on a loop. They focus on every mistake, every freeze, every forgotten word, and they feel worse and worse about their English.
Yes. The post-conversation spiral. I know it very well.
The fix is simple but requires discipline. After every English conversation, good or bad, you identify one thing that went well, just one, and you write it down.
Just one positive thing, no matter how small.
Yes. Maybe you used a new word correctly. Maybe you recovered from a freeze. Maybe you understood a joke. Whatever it was, you find it, you write it, and you let that be the memory your brain keeps from that conversation.
So you're training your brain to record English conversations as positive experiences instead of painful ones.
Exactly. And over time, your brain starts approaching English conversations with anticipation instead of dread, because its memory bank is full of evidence that you can do this.
That is such a powerful long-term strategy. Let us do a final summary for everyone.
Fix 1. The conversation anchor system. Prepare 3 natural time-buying phrases before every conversation. Fix 2. The speed reduction technique. Slow down 30% the moment you feel a freeze starting. Fix 3. The description bypass method. Describe what you mean instead of stopping for the missing word.
Fix 4. The word retrieval warm-up. Describe 3 objects out loud every morning for 3 minutes. Fix 5. The graceful recovery phrase system. Use honest, confident phrases when you're lost instead of giving up. Fix 6. The conversation recovery mindset. Find one positive thing from every English conversation and write it down.
6 fixes. All practical. All free. All starting today.
Real English conversations are not about being perfect. They're about being persistent, about recovering, about showing up again and again, even when it is hard.
And with these 6 tools, you now have everything you need to stay in the conversation longer, recover faster, and give up less.
The wall is still going to appear sometimes, but now you know exactly what to do when it does.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being with us today at Fluent Nest English.
Please subscribe, like this video, and share it with someone who struggles in real English conversations. These 6 fixes could completely change their experience.
Leave a comment below and tell us, which breakdown moment do you struggle with most? Freezing, forgetting, or giving up? We want to know.
See you next time, everyone. Stay in the conversation. You belong there.
Goodbye, everyone. Real conversations are waiting for you. And now you are ready.